I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you're easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. Hey everyone, so someone needs to hear this message. Yesterday I had a situation where I received 2 incidences of things handed to me that I had to say no to. Handed to me by the universe type of thing. Like I had 2 things pop up and I was thinking to myself, what is the purpose of these things popping up continuously when every other time in the past that they have come and been offered to me, I've said no to them. Every time they've been offered to me, I've always said no to them. But yet again, here we come to another situation where they're being offered to me again, and I'm saying no to them again. Like, what is the purpose of this? So today now I pulled some cards. These were for myself, but then I realized that this is like a grander message for the collective, and some other people might be going through this. So here we go. If you find that the universe is sending you a lot of things that you don't want, and you're manifesting a lot of things that you don't want, and you're constantly receiving them and you're always turning them down and you're saying no to them. Mind you, if you're accepting these things, that is a whole other video that I'm not going to get into right now, because that's a whole other issue, and you continuing to say yes to these things are exactly why you're continuing to get them. But right now I'm focusing on for those of you who actually put your foot down and say no to these opportunities that come around, like say they're mediocre jobs that you just don't want, or they're early start times and you don't want early start times in this particular job, or you keep you're looking for an apartment and the ones that are popping up are ones that maybe require a roommate, or the rooms are always small, or the apartment's small, or is it always far away from a subway station, or is there something wrong with it and you keep saying no, but then it seems like every apartment that pops up in your budget are far away from a station, or the rooms are small, or the same crap is wrong with the thing that you're manifesting. Basically, the universe sees your yeses and your nos to situations equally. They're equal in their eyes. Think of the universe like a mother who doesn't really differentiate between their children. Mind you, humans are not the same as the universe. Humans will always have some sort of differentiation between their own children, but a perfect mother would treat 2 of her children equally. So you could think of the universe as a perfect mother who thinks of your yeses and your nos equally, or you can think of the universe as a fucking idiot who doesn't understand the difference between yes and no. So whichever one floats your boat, they're both accurate. So if you continue to say no to something, you're sending the universe feedback, and the universe is saying, oh, okay, I'm receiving feedback, so I'm just going to continue sending situations similar to this that's going to send me, the universe, the same feedback back, because I need feedback back. This is a 2-way street here. And what you're doing is like you're spending 90% of your time sending no feedbacks to situations that you don't want, and you're spending maybe 10% of your time sending yes feedbacks to things that you want. So what do you think is going to happen? If the universe is either a fucking idiot or it's a perfect mother who treats both equally, it's going to continue to send you more no situations, because that's the majority of the feedback that you're sending to it. So instead, what you need to do is every time you receive something that you need to say no to, you need to simultaneously, immediately right after, express in some manner, either visualize or speak it out loud or express in some other manner that you're saying no to this thing, but instead you are saying yes to, and insert what you are saying yes to. Don't just assume that the universe is going to understand that if you're saying no to something that you obviously want something else. Like for example, if you're constantly saying no to an apartment that requires you to take a bus to the closest subway station, you think it's kind of freaking obvious that you want an apartment that you can walk to the nearest subway station to. The universe is an idiot, so it doesn't know that, because you're not expressly expressing it to it. So you need to start expressly expressing these things. So every time you stick with the same scenario here, if you see an ad, or you go see an apartment that's perfect but just too far away from your work, for example, say, I'm saying no to this, or visualize or express in some way, I'm saying no to this, but I'm saying yes to an apartment that is closer to my work. that is within a certain radius of my work, that's within a certain drive to my work, etc. Express the yes, and then you're going to start sending 50% to 50%, a ratio of 1-to-1 of yes and no's to the universe. And then what are you going to get back? A ratio of 1-to-1 or 50% to 50% of yes and no situations that the universe is going to be sending to you. So then you're going to find that you're receiving more and more things, you're manifesting more and more things that you actually want. Okay, and then you can continue on from there, and at some point you'll be able to focus more on the yeses, and then you'll tip the balance to where the yeses are actually higher percentage than the nos. So focus right now on getting to the 50% mark. So every time you receive a no, express to the universe what your yes actually is. Don't just assume that it understands, because if you say no to something, you might think, well, it's obvious that I want the opposite. Again, it's a fucking idiot. So speak to it in plain terms, or visualize in plain images to it. Express in some manner what you actually want. Don't just assume that it understands that what the default opposite is of what you're saying no to. So I hope that helps someone. Those are your messages. Let me know if it helped you, and I will see you in my next reading.